Hello and welcome to the Vocabulary Story Challenge. In this short adventure, you will hear a mysterious library story and learn 6 tricky words that could appear in the 11 Plus exam. See if you can spot all 6 as you listen. Stay to the end and I will explain what each word means so you can remember them for next time.
Rain tapped the library windows as Sophie stepped inside, her backpack still slung over one shoulder. She liked the library in the late afternoon, quiet, full of hidden trails between the shelves. But today felt different. The air was still, like the stories were holding their breath. In the far corner, a velvet curtain shifted. Sophie frowned. She didn't remember it being there before. A cool draft stirred its hem, revealing something concealed behind it, a narrow wooden door. Its surface was embellished with silver leaves, curling vines, and tiny stars. Sophie touched it. The wood was cool, and the handle heavier than expected. She hesitated, apprehensive, then took a breath and turned it. Beyond was a spiral staircase lit by glowing lanterns. At the bottom stood a stone pedestal with an ancient book resting on top. Sophie stepped closer, but before she could touch it, a voice filled the room. "Only the astute may open this. Prove your wisdom." Letters rose from the pages, circling like fireflies. They formed a glowing riddle in the air. "I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I?" Sophie closed her eyes and pictured wind in the mountains, bouncing off stone. She whispered, "An echo." The lanterns flared. The book shut with a click, and a small box appeared. Inside was a crystal pen and a card that read, "Write your destiny with courage." Sophie smiled. She always carried a notebook and a stubby pencil. Now she held the pen, warm in her hand, the nib flashing like a tiny star. She stepped back through the curtain. The rain on the windows sounded like applause, and Sophie walked out with a plan, to fill her pages, one brave story at a time. Did you spot the 6 tricky words? Here is what they mean. Concealed. Concealed means something that is hidden from view. For example, the curtain concealed the door at the back of the library. Embellished. The word embellished means decorated with extra details to make something look special. For example, the door was embellished with silver leaves and stars. Apprehensive. Apprehensive means feeling a little worried or nervous about what might happen next. For example, Sophie felt apprehensive just before she opened the door. Ancient. Ancient means very old, often from a long time ago. For example, the book on the pedestal was ancient. Astute. Astute means clever and quick to notice or understand things. For example, the voice said only the astute could open the book. Destiny. Destiny means what will happen in the future, the path your life might take. For example, the card invited Sophie to write her destiny with courage. If you enjoy learning through stories, grab our Smarty Panthers Story Adventure Workbooks, designed for the 11 Plus. You will find the link in the video description.